Maybe you're asking yourself, should I spend money on personal coaching? The quick answer, it depends. And I'll tell you exactly what it depends on. Let's start by asking some good questions to hone in on whether that would be a good decision for you. Now, I sell personal coaching. It's my business. It's what I do. It's what I love. But I'm not here to sell you on coaching. I want you to make a good decision about whether you should spend your time and money on this kind of a proposition. Here's some questions to ask. Number one, do I want to learn a new skill or knowledge set? Probably do if you're considering personal coaching. But really, that's the purpose of doing it in the first place. Some people want to get into coaching and they have no idea what it is that they're going into it for. If there's a specific skill set that you're hoping to develop or a knowledge base that you're looking to acquire, coaching could be a really great way to do it. The second question has to do with performance. Am I ready and willing to play my game at a higher level? Let's take a look at where the coaching idea came from in the first place. We have coaches in sports and athletics. Even the most elite athletes subject themselves to coaching because they realize that they get in their own way sometimes. And to take their game to a higher level, they're going to have to do something different. Better is always different. I use this phrase a lot in my coaching because I think it's really true. If you're going to improve something, it implies that you have to make it different than it was before. Otherwise, it would be the same. Better is always different. To take this game to a higher level, coaching could be very, very helpful, but only if that's your objective, if that's what you want to do. If you're perfectly fine living at the level you're currently living, then probably it's not a good fit for you. But if you really want to take it to the next level, it could be a crucial factor. Here's the next question, and I ask this all the time when I'm doing a discovery call with someone who's considering coaching. Am I serious about doing this right now? Sometimes the timing's not right. And if you're in the middle of something else that's distracting you from getting clear on your purpose for the coaching, it might not be the best time for you. I can tell what you're serious about by access to two documents. If I can see your calendar and if I can see your bank account statement, I'll know what you're serious about. Because people spend their time and their money on what they are really serious about. A lot of people go into personal development coaching thinking, oh, well, I'm really interested, but I don't want to spend any money on this. Yeah, you're not ready then. You need to be willing to spend both time and money. That's why I said the calendar and the bank account. That's going to tell us a lot about what you're serious about. Is it time? And that's a legitimate question. I'm not saying it should be time for you. I'm saying ask yourself, is this the right time? When I first started hiring my own coaches, it was because I had hit a point in my life where I had to do this or perish. It was prosper or perish. And I talk about this in my book, Pathological Positivity. The first chapter in that book is called Lightning Strikes. Lightning struck me in my life, not actual lightning. It was a financial crisis that I was going through. And it was during that crisis when I had to really ask myself, am I serious about changing? And I was on a trajectory that I didn't like, and I could see that if I didn't change something, my whole life was going to end up in a place where I didn't want it to be. In the addiction industry, I remember when I used to do traditional psychotherapy and I worked with people a lot who were working through addictions. And there's a saying that until you hit rock bottom, you're not going to change anything. Really? Do we have to hit rock bottom? Or can you take a look at where you are right now and make a decision, an intentional decision about whether this is the right time? And if not now, when? It's a legitimate question. Answer it. And if not me, who? Ask yourself. If not me, who? If not now, when? You get out of your own way and play your life at a higher level. And here's the thing, it's not about you. It's about other people's lives that are going to change as a result of you stepping up. And there's some important reasons why I like to get into conversations about that with some of my clients. Here's the final question that I would encourage you to ask. Am I ready to get out of my own way and be humble enough to engage other people who have reasons to know the things that I'm seeking to understand? It does take some humility. And I know destructive pride gets in our way. It did for me too. I call it the special case syndrome in my book, where we kind of believe in our own mind that we're a special case, that somehow all of the rules and principles apply, of course, to other people, but somehow my case is extraordinary or special. It's not. Are you ready to get out of your own way and tap into the skills and expertise of people who have reasons to know? Those are the questions I would encourage you to consider. Now, there's some things you need to look out for too, because in the life coaching, the personal development coaching industry, there's not a lot of regulation. This is good news, and it's bad news, because what it means is anybody can get into that space. Not everybody in the personal development coaching field has a PhD in clinical psychology like I do. I'm not saying I'm more or less qualified than them. I'm just saying there's a big variety of people who are entering the field. So you need to be selective about who you hire or who you want to work with. Look into them enough to find out, do they have the skills? Do they have the experience? Do they have the expertise that I need to answer the questions that I'm getting into this in the first place? Another thing you might want to look for is whether they have a proven process or a system in place that has already been demonstrated to have helped other people. It's okay for you to expect or to look for that in someone that you bring onto your personal development team. And then finally, I would encourage you to look for someone who resonates with your values and your purpose. Don't get confused here with finding someone who thinks exactly like you do, because that's probably not going to help you much. But you do want someone who is going to be compatible with your core values and beliefs to the extent that they can work within that system to help you stretch and move to that next level of performance and enjoying the life that you have created for yourself. I hope that gave you some ideas. I told you earlier in the video, I'm not here to sell you on a coaching program, but I am selling some. And if you want to explore that and you're serious about it, let's get you scheduled for a breakthrough call with one of my certified coaches. You can do that at drpauljenkins.com/breakthrough call. And we would be happy to be part of your team.
Down face locked onto the phone. And I wished